Hi everyone, I hope you're all well. Today I'm back with another tutorial for you, a paper crafting tutorial, not a card making as such, but paper craft nonetheless. I have been crafting up till this point, so excuse the grubby hands. Also, my doggy is here with me and she is chewing on her chew, so I do apologise for any noise in the background. So this is a project for a gift pocket, a gift pouch for a pack of biscuits, a small pack of biscuits, and a tea bag. And it's a great way of using up all your pattern cardstock, paper, pretty cardstock, but this does call for a 12 by 12 piece, and ideally double-sided also, because both sides are going to be seen in this final outcome. I have picked this pretty piece. It's food themed, very apt for the project, with these donuts, and on the other side is the pretty stripes. I like the dull muted tones of this piece. This is from the oh so sweet 12-inch paper pad from first edition. That is at DRK Crafts. I'll put their website link below. So you'll start off with a 12 by 12 piece of paper. It needs to be 12 by 8.5. So I'll go ahead and mark my 8.5. It doesn't matter where, as this is symmetrical, a pretty symmetrical design. Now, I will say that I did start with this piece of card, which is I really love this pattern, and the hearts on the other side, but the hearts will go in one direction, and I found that when the project was complete, the hearts on one side appeared to be upside down. If you can, I can't really show you on the camera, but so really what you need is a symmetrical design which can sit in any direction. Okay, so back to this. We need to mark at 8.5 inches. Okay. And then I'll trim that away. So, there's my mark. There you are. That doesn't seem like 8.5. Is that my mark? Let me just confirm. That is my, that's not my mark. Where is it? There we go. Oh, I don't know what that mark is there then. Okay, right, so 8.5. Let's confirm that is the correct mark this time. That is indeed. Right, so let's trim that away. That side. And so we're left with this beauty. Then you'll need to bring in a scoreboard or your scoring tool of choice. This is a hoogie board. Don't know if these are still made or if anyone still owns these. This is the first one that came to hand. It's not ideal because it doesn't have quarter marks, which is what we need for this project. So I'm going to bring my ruler back in and start making some markings. So I'm going to, right, so you need to lay your paper on it. Let me just confirm. So lay your paper on its longest side. Okay, and then we're going to mark at 1.25. Leave your ruler in place, or your marker, your tool, your paper. Mark at 2.5, then at 5, then at 7, then at 9.5, and finally 10.75. And then I'll mark the other side, so we're going to spin that once, and these are going to be for the other measurements. So again, ruler in place. We're not scoring just yet, hence why my paper is not butted against the edge. So we're going by the ruler at this stage. So our first mark needs to be at 2.5. Oops. So 2.5. And then next one then needs to be at 6. There we go. Right, so now we can start scoring. So now I can line it up with the first line on my board and go in with my score tool. So that's our first. Line up my next, which sits nicely this time. Okay, again 5. There is a score line there for the 5, also for the 7. It's just the quarters I have problems with on this board, but the rest, apart from the last one and the first one, which are the quarters, seem to line up nicely. And then let's move that along to that line. Make sure it's straight. Here we go. And then we can mark our other side while we're here. Okay. There we go. Okay. So here's what we have achieved. So now what we have are several lines and squares and rectangles, and what we want to do is chop away the 4 outer squares. Ignore the line that runs through each of them. We want the squares. Okay, so snip those away with our scissors or your craft knife. I am left-handed, so many say it looks awkward when I am cutting and writing. Okay, so you see there what I mean about cutting the square and not just the rectangle, because there's one of our score lines which would have run through the square there. So okay, finally the last one. Okay, so you've got your 4 squares, pop them aside for another project, and this is what you're going to be working with. So pick the side that you want as your outer and your inner. I'm not really fussed. And then what you want to do is these corners here, you want to fold them in on themselves. So you're going to bring that over and score and repeat for all of these corners. Try and butt them up as best you can to the inner markings here where you've scored earlier in your project, and the last one here. Okay, so this is what we have now, and now we're going to pop that down and fold these in. You already have the score lines, so it's easy enough just to fold those parts in. Okay, so you want to spin that round and fold again. Here we go. Now we turn the card over, and then you have your score lines. Your 2 inner ones we want to fold against them. So we're going to fold this one at this point and then spin, and then your next inner one we're going to fold at that point. So far we have something that looks like this, and actually, believe it or not, we are pretty much there. So then what you want to do on your 2 top parts here and here, you've got your score lines. you're going to fold them out like so, and again for the other side, fold outwards like so, and that is pretty much the basis of our gift pocket. So here you have a section which you could put a little card in. That would be really nice. A little card in there. You could put your tea bag in here, and then your cookies in this section here. Or just a cookie in here and your tea bag in here. So it's really up to you. So to finish it, what we need to do is punch a hole or several holes here to tie it all together, and just add that little extra bit of decoration. So I'm just going to do that. One moment. Apologies, I am back. I felt that this project called for a chunkier ribbon, which I struggled to find, but I do now have some. Also, I think the best idea would be to punch a hole and then secure with your eyelets, your fasteners. So I will be doing that. I do tend to get in a bit of a faff with my crocodile, so apologies in advance. Okay, so let's pop that aside, bring in my crocodile, and I'm going to pull it on the larger paper fastener setting. The larger hole setting. So I'm going to pop that in, make sure it's around halfway. Sorry, that's my doggy barking there in the background. She's not best pleased with me at the moment. Here we go. Right, okay, so one hole punch. And that's exactly where I wanted it, and we'll line that up. And to make sure the second one is in line with that, we'll use that as our guide. So I'll pop that back through and punch again. Oopsie, sorry about that. So now I want to find an eyelet. I think I'll go with silver for this one. So we need an eyelet on both. Let's go, yeah. In actual fact, I'm going to go with this. Was it like a grey? No, these are white. So I'm going to go with 2 of the white for this one. So this is where I get myself in a bit of a pickle, so bear with. So we'll pop that in place, pop it in the setter, move my guide along. Okay, and obviously, sorry, I should say that you want the eyelet to sit, the round part of the eyelet, the nice part, to sit on the outside part of the eyelet you want on the outside of your project. So wish me luck. I'm going in and secure. That's better. I can live with that one. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna need another one. Pop your eyelet into your hole. Bring down my crocodile. And 2 times lucky. Let's go for a bit more. I do have a bit of a problem putting the pressure on this well with this, because I do have some dexterity issues. So it's not quite as secure as I'd like it, because I can't put the pressure on, but you take what you can, right? Okay. So here we go. Here we have our gift pouch with our fasteners, just to give it a little bit more security, a little bit more strength. And finally, let's pop in the ribbon. So we're going to weave that through. maybe I'll do one at a time actually. Weave it through. Here we go. And through the second space, second hole. There we go. And finally we'll tie that into a nice little bow. And what I'll do, there we go, look at that, that's really pretty, isn't it? I think actually you have to corner off the ends of the ribbon, don't we? That's a standard as a crafter. So let's corner those off. And there we go. There we have our gift pouch. Actually, I think there we go. I'm going to shorten this one so that it matches the other one. There we go. That's better. And there we go. There is our gift pouch. I think that's a really sweet, really fun, easy project. Actually, would be great for your children to make for perhaps friends, teachers. Great for wedding favours. If you're on a budget, this would be great for that. Many uses, many ideas, or just to take round to a friend or a neighbour if they're feeling a little bit low, a little bit poorly. This would be perfect. And as I say, a great way of using up your 12x12 papers. There we go. Okay, so I will pop the dimensions below, as well as they should be on this video by the time you're watching it. And that is it. Okay, so thank you for joining me today. I'm sorry about the doggy noises, and you know, there were some errors in there, but that is part and parcel of a live vid. Right, I will catch up with you again soon. Take care. Bye.